Hi, in this video, we look at how to animate the start and end points of a stroke in SwiftUI. When you apply the stroke modifier to shape paths in SwiftUI, you can animate the starting point of the stroke, which refers to as the from parameter. You can also animate the end point of the stroke, which is known as the to parameter. Using these two stroke parameters, you can create an animation similar to this one. This animation is also similar to the pull to refresh animation in the Threads app. So let's look at how you can add such a simple animation in your app. First, let's double click the three dots here to expand the code. Over here, I have already added this shape path. Since this is a complex shape, I first drew that in Figma. Then I use a simple tool called SVG to SwiftUI to convert the SVG shape to SwiftUI. So you can open the browser and search for SVG to SwiftUI. You can select the first option or select the second option, that is quasam.com. So over here, all you need to do is to paste your SVG code from Figma. Then we'll click the convert button to get a SwiftUI path. Since I have already done that, let's go back to Xcode. Now let's add the path on the screen by adding it in this Z stack. We are going to draw two paths, one as an inactive path. So let's copy the struct and paste it here. So this is how the shape actually looks like with the fill. By applying the stroke modifier, we can remove the fill. Without any parameter specified, this is how the shape looks like. We can add some other parameters. For example, if we want to change the color, and also if we want to change the line width of the stroke. Let's change it from red to quaternary. Then we change the line width to 32. So this is an inactive version of the shape path. We want to add an active version and also apply the animation. To add the animation, we are going to use face animator. So let's add the face animator modifier here and remove all the parameters. In the parentheses, we can specify an array of a specific type. For example, it can be true or false, that is Boolean. In the context of this animation, you can animate the from parameter or the to parameter of the stroke. When you have a complete shape, by default, the from parameter is 0 and the to parameter is 1. So let's use an integer array of 1 and 0 and bring the curly braces. I will press the tab key to auto-complete it. Here we have to specify what we want to animate and how we want to animate it. You can choose any variable name you want. So let's say Threads logo. Then we bring another variable, draw in. So this is what we want to animate and how we want to animate it. So we want to animate the shape and draw and erase the path of the shape. That makes the path disappear, but we will bring it back. So over here, let's add our variable by copying it and pasting it here. Then we will add the trim modifier. So we can use the variable we added here and paste it here to bring the shape. So what we just added is not the actual path, that is this one. So with the one we added here, we don't have access to the shape properties. For example, if we try to add the trim modifier, so here we get this error. So to show the inactive version and animate the active version, we can add another Z stack here. Then inside that, we bring this one to represent the inactive version and also add the actual path. Now we can add the trim modifier and add other shape properties as well, like the stroke. So this is the active stroke. So let's change the color to white. So we still have the inactive one behind it. To add the animation I showed previously, we can add two parameters here, from and to. So after adding the auto completion, you can see here, this is set to 0.5, that is the from value, and this is set to draw. Without specifying any parameter here, the from parameter is 0.0 and the to parameter is 1.0. So this is the same as changing this to 0.0 and the to parameter 1.0. You can see we have the complete shape. So to create the animation, we can use the variable we defined here, that is draw. So we can animate either the from value or the to value. In order to see the animation, we need to add the animation trailing closure to the face animator. So here, let's add animation and auto-complete it. I'm going to remove this one. So we still need to add our animation variable over here. Next, we should add our animation agent. preview the animation. Let's customize the animation to be the same as what we saw previously. Over here, we are going to change the easing to linear and set the duration to 0.8. Then we add a delay of 0.5. So you can now see we are animating the from parameter between 1 and 0. For the animation I showed in the beginning of the video, I was animating the to parameter instead. You can also animate both the from and the to values, or we can set the from value to 0.0 and animate the to value instead. So that is all about animating the start and the end points of a stroke here inside SwiftUI. Thanks for watching this video.